A semiotic theory of institutionalization. In this article, I explore the possibilities of seeing institutions as signs. Signs of three correlates: the signifier, the signified, and the referent. The semiotic triangle tells us that referents become institutional facts when they acquire significance, which is the unification of signifier and signified. The semiotic triangle has an important implication for understanding decoupling. In institutional theory, decoupling is typically seen as the separation of the signifier from the referent. But based on the semiotic triangle, decoupling also occurs between signified and referent, and between signified and signifier. Since the three correlates can be decoupled from one another, it is useful to look at the process of signification by looking at how the three correlates co-evolve. According to semiotics theory, there are two kinds of signification processes. The first-order signification is a process through which a signifier acquires its literal, definitional meaning. Building on the first-order signification, the denotational institutionalization process starts with free-floating correlates at the micro level. And through phenomenological mechanisms such as typification, objectification, and theorization, the referent, signifier, and denotative signified become a tightly coupled sign. And as the sign gets accepted and adopted, it becomes institutionalized at the macro level, which can then be reproduced at the micro level. As the sign becomes institutionalized, what is taken for granted is not so much the practice or ideas, but the relations among the three correlates. There is also the second-order signification process, whereby the sign formed in the first-order semiotic system is emptied of its signified and is infused with additional, and this time around, more analogous, cultural, and ideological meaning. Applying the second-order signification in institutional theory, the connotational institutionalization process starts when a sign that is formed through the first-order semiotic system gets adopted by local actors at the micro level. At the micro level, the sign is treated as a mere signifier and half-empty because its denotative meaning is temporarily placed on hold. Subsequently, the signifier acquires additional meaning as it moves from micro to macro. The reconstructed sign at the macro level is one infused with what I call imagined signified, which is socially constructed meaning that is somehow loosely associated with the half-empty signifier. Interestingly, the loosely coupled or decoupled sign could be more robustly institutionalized than could occur with a tightly coupled sign. What is taken for granted in connotational institutionalization is again not a practice or an idea, but the loosely coupled relations among the three correlates. The coupling and decoupling among the three correlates of the sign allows us to appreciate the complexity and variety of the institutionalization process. I propose that the signifier, signified, and referent could each diffuse at different pace, reach stability at different points in time, and display heterogeneity in its form. Therefore, we should observe a range of ways by which institutionalization occurs, and this would help us better understand the role of meaning in this process.